made my mic live already? Why would I do that? Hello. Welcome to Bardic Inspiration. I was just looking at something and I sniffed loudly and I realized that my mic was live, so that's awkward.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I did. And that's
sniffer,
enough.
huh?
I'm sure chat did. I was just like which is exactly why you would mute a mic in advance, right? It's to be like or something, you know? Anyway.
Right, that's why they have the sneeze button on or the
Yeah.
cough button on radio.
Yeah. Anyways, hi, my name is Dylan. I am your sniffling host, and welcome to Bardic Inspiration, episode 50.
Oh!
This is the 50th episode. 50 episodes, 50 songs.
You know, I was asking Lauren last night, are we like the longest running show on... Well, we need to be.
We're not,
Okay.
but
Can we catch up to
I'm
somebody?
sure we're the longest running like music show, like D&D music show. There can't have been any others.
I mean, yeah, Twitch wide, like universe wide, we may be the longest running music. We're the second longest CNE show. Gar's the longest. Yeah, Gar's at 79 episodes.
I think Mars is also ahead of us too, though.
What?
In fact,
we just
Mars
need to
started
destroy
before
them.
Gar.
Oh,
So
we're third.
yeah.
Well, bronze is all right.
Yeah, though Mars has had more breaks for various reasons. So if anybody's consistent, it's Gar. Anyways, I am joined today, of course, by the Bard, Mr. Jason Charles Miller, and we have a guest, Avron. I mean Todd.
Either way, Mordenkainen. Who can say?
I mean, if you had the robe and you just kind of came on screen, like who would say that's not Mordenkainen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to. You're working that out, right?
Yeah. But we'll get that licensed out to D&D.
Okay,
Since
cool.
they're already painting my exact image now on the covers of books.
Might as well
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
go all the way.
Might as well just cash in on it.
Let's get this little.
Yeah. It's getting closer. He's a little red in the beard. He's a little red in the beard in that one.
This one is, yeah.
Yeah.
But in the art they showed for the next one,
The monsters of the multiverse.
yeah, with what looks like an astral dreadnought behind him.
Yeah, it's looking pretty Todd.
Yeah,
It's looking pretty Todd.
Todd inspired.
Todd
Or
inspired.
maybe I don't know. Was it another Tyler Jacobson painting? Maybe it's Tyler.
It was
Jacobson.
Tyler
Was
Jacobson.
it inspired by Todd?
I did. I will ask him about that.
Anyways, I'm excited to do a song about Avron. I think this is going to be fun. But first, we always kick off an episode with what we did last episode. And last episode, we did Warduke. So whenever you're ready,
Warduke.
It's amazing. It is an amazing
Yeah.
song.
No pressure.
The
Okay,
Wardukiest.
thanks. I'll try to get it right
right.
first time.
Muting myself.
No one knows him by his name, only by his sword of flame. Red eyes glowing in the dark. No, he'll never miss his mark. Winged helm of darkness blazing in the night. Nightmares keep beneath him, yearning for a fight. It's hard to watch out, he's coming for you. It's hard to, no doubt, it's split you in two. It's hard to just fine, the mess he makes. Once the friend of old Strongheart, his evil ways tore them apart. The Heartstone made him evil, now he shines the light. Once he was a hero, now he lives to fight. It's Bardic, watch out, he's coming for you. It's Bardic, no doubt he'll get you in two. It's Bardic, you fool, they paid him with gold. It's Bardic, so cool, your love isn't so. Bardic, in his black heart, no redemption will he find. He will quest for power till the end of time. It's Bardic, watch out, he's coming for you. It's Bardic, no doubt he'll get you in two. It's Bardic, you fool, they paid him with gold. It's Bardic, so cool, your love isn't so. Bardic.
It's a lot of
Can you
words
tell
in
I
there.
could hear the electric guitars in my head as I was jamming?
It's amazing. It's just absolutely amazing. I love it so much.
Yeah, I can hear, I can feel the band playing on that one. That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
When we get that full band show together for Codename Con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Champion Con. Got to do Champion
yeah.
Con or Idol Champion Con or I don't know. Something con.
All the hallways are only one ways.
Right.
Yeah.
And we always have to go to the right.
Yeah, it's just circular. It's like a roundabout.
Champ Con, yeah, that's a good one, Doorbell.
Avron Con.
Avron Con. Yeah, why
Avron
not?
Con's just a great one because
Yeah.
you know you're cosplaying.
Yeah. I don't know. How unsettled would you feel if you went to a con and everybody was dressed like you?
So unsettled.
It would be like that old Twilight Zone episode where everyone in the universe was one guy.
Oh yeah.
God.
Twilight Zone was amazing. I was just
Yeah.
talking to my wife about this. We were just like, just pound for pound, every episode was amazing. for
Yeah.
sci-fi.
Yeah,
Twists
I
was
haven't
so
seen
good.
the new ones, but
I have
I
all the
haven't
time
seen
to
the
read
new
in the
ones.
world. Breaks glasses.
have
Yeah,
you seen the new one?
exactly.
That's
I didn't
not
like
fair.
the sweaty Shatner one. Like he went to space and then he was part alien too. I'm like, is this Shatner being sweaty for no reason?
Right. Was Shatner also the one where the monster was on the wing of the plane, or was that a different actor?
Ooh, it was a different actor,
No,
but
it was
God,
John
now
Lithgow.
that no,
Wait, no, it was John
Lithgow
Lithgow
was
in the movie. In the movie,
That movie
sorry.
was based on like
Yeah.
the early.
Yeah, it was
early
based on
movie.
the episode. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it was Shatner. Though, God, it was someone who was like could do that kind
He
of
was
panic.
Shatner-esque. There's a monster on the wing.
Yeah. It was very intense.
Yeah. Did you hear they're sending Shatner to space?
Yeah,
What?
Going.
yeah, they're sending them up,
Going to space.
I mean, are they sending him up posthumously or like?
Zord is saying
No.
Shatner is-
He's alive.
Shatner is the one that saw the thing on the wing. Okay.
Yeah.
That
Oh, he
Shatner.
is.
Okay.
He was.
Oh, weird. So they did it twice with him. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they were kind of like, they like their actors, sort of like American Horror Story, where they sort of use the same acting troupe for each season, even though they're telling different stories. I think that's great.
Yeah.
It's like
I
a
loved
theater-
Coven. Coven was
theater
good.
vibe, you know?
I have never watched American Horror Story.
It's not terrible.
Every season runs off the rails at some point. You
Yeah.
just got to know. Sometimes it's episode 3, sometimes it's episode 8. So just watch it.
Yeah, a very accurate description of that show. Like you're like really into it, and then you're like, I don't know what's happening anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's a
Every
different
season.
show because there was a bunch of slasher shows that came out at about the same time, and there's another one that had Eric Roberts' daughter, Emma
Yeah.
Roberts.
Emma Roberts.
Yeah, and that show was hilarious because it also had Jamie Lee Curtis and a couple other people on it. It was so funny.
Oh yeah,
It was intentionally funny, and it was great.
Yeah,
Like
Scream
Scream
Queens.
Queens.
Scream Queens, yeah.
was yeah.
I was like, oh, this is actually a really, really fun deconstruction of slasher things, and also hilarious and self-aware.
And also had a cast member from American Horror Story.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So I kind of
Emma
didn't
Roberts.
realize that there were two different things for the longest time, and I was like, oh wait, okay, there's more. Anyways, yeah. Avon. So who's Avon, Todd?
Who's Avon?
Yeah, I mean, who's Avon? And
It's
are
a
we right?
it's a good question. He is. So he was a little kid, and that character originally started out like it was going to be a ranger. When I rolled him up when I was 8 years old, because I was really into rangers, and I was really into that weird art. I believe Jeff Easley, where it's all these heroes that killed a dragon wormling, right? And I thought it was like such a messed up painting because there's like 8 of these dudes, and they're like hoisting up a dragon wormling. Like this was like a massive achievement of theirs to have like killed this thing. But there's a cool ranger with a warhammer in there, so I was obsessed with rangers. But Avery as a little kid on the first world, which they're talking about in D&D finally, in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, and they're going to talk about it in Fizzbands, but Avery met Asmodeus when he was just starting out as the devil, basically. And he tricked him, much like that trickster Jack myth for the jack-o'-lantern, where stingy Jack tricks the devil to go up in a tree and then lays out like a bunch of like silver and iron and like crucifixes and all this stuff, and he forces the devil to give him a wish. And one of those wishes is that he can never go to hell and he'll never die, and the devil can never like touch him. And at the end of Stingy Jack's, this is the Stingy Jack Irish myth, Stingy Jack dies, but he made a deal not to go to hell, and because he made a deal with the devil, he can't go into heaven. So he went to the gates of hell asking to go in, and the devil gave him just a piece of coal from hell. And so Stingy Jack hollowed out a turnip, stuck that coal in there, and that's the myth for the jack-o'-lantern. Huh. And that's why I based Avon off of, is he was this little kid that somehow tricked the devil into letting him live forever. But then is consequentially, every time he gets really powerful, he gets old, he dies, and he gets reborn. And he never like really goes to the afterlife. And that's kind of like Avon's kind of
that would make a lot of sense.
Journey, and that's why he becomes kind of a trickster god in perhaps name alone. But yeah, he is suffused with trickery at this point.
Wasn't there? It reminds me. There's an Outer Limits episode where like all the major heroes throughout history were one soul that just keeps getting reused,
right?
And like the soul never gets to rest because it's constantly being reborn, which is also a curse because it's the Outer Limits, right? Like, of course, it's also awful.
It's got a little bit of a Princes of the Universe, Highlander vibe to it, as well. I like the idea that Avron's seen a lot of weird things. Like he's been to Ravenloft. He was in the Blood War at one point. Like he's experienced a lot of things. He's not necessarily been the most powerful person, but he's literally like angered primordial gods and saved the world by talking trash, like in B-Dave games and stuff like that. Whittle, technically, if you want to go for canon, B-Dave sent us to Serac had a place in the negative material plane, and Whittle rolled a 20. My wife Megan, playing Whittle, to use the device that can make someone into a god. She actually got a natural 20, and so she turned Avon into a god with this device, which was pretty hilarious. And that was a one-on-one shot we did with B-Dave for his interview show back then. So it was pretty funny. And I exploded an elf.
Should convince Wizards for whenever they do key art of the void in between stars where all the dead gods are, of just having a stone Avon floating in the background.
Yeah. It would be accurate, yeah.
So what kind of musical genre are we thinking?
Me personally, I don't know. I'm very intimidated by Jason Charles Miller. You are the nicest person, but you are amazing. I am always a big fan of, Queen's always amazing. Tom Waits is always amazing. Obviously AC/DC and stuff like that always reminds me of Averin to a certain degree. But
well, I mean, the story seems a little mysterious and spooky though.
Oh, he's very spooky. Like
You know?
him and Sophia's, who is his wife, are definitely Gomez and Morticia Adams. So they are really into Halloween and creepy stuff, and not above like summoning like demon children to hand out pamphlets for like a lemonade stand, which actually happened. So they and he eventually becomes a lich, and she becomes a dryad, and they spend the rest of their lives together, intertwined.
Unlives, lives, existence.
A little column A, a little column B.
Something that could have been on the Highlander soundtrack. There's so much good stuff on there.
Let me riff a little bit, and maybe we can think of like some lyrics. I think it should be about him rather than from his point of view, but that's just kind of like what I'm feeling. You know, Lauren wrote Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. That could be like a cool.
Oh, Red Right Hand.
But
he literally has a mechanical red hand.
I always, maybe that's too on the nose, but
but I always like that Shakespeare quote about the mechanical hand. It's always interesting.
something like kind of off kilter like that for the verses. What do you think?
Oh yeah.
I mean, now we just need a good opening line. Yeah.
I mean, it's October. We should make something creepy and spooky.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we describe. See, because I love the meta version of Averin, where he's whatever you need him to be. You know,
there are a lot of variants of Averin in the multiverse, and a few of them have been killed. But yeah, there are variations, for sure.
Okay.
Reminds me of the whole. Oh wait, no, I can't say that yet. That's under NDA. Never mind.
Maybe we list off some of his properties. You know, some of his powers, or something.
Telling a story about the boy who tricked the devil. Mm-hmm. Seems like a good place to start.
That's how he got his magic initially, is tricking Asmodeus. He's got soul coins, well, not soul coins, but he has Averin coins. But both sides are his face. One saying
that
you
should
have
be the chorus is he's the boy who tricked the devil, and da 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 da. He's the da 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 devil, da 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 da. You know.
Yeah.
We'll get there. We just need to. You know him, like if you know him by his. I mean, we could like what other distinctive qualities does he have besides that red hand? All trick and no treat. It's a good one, Blue.
Let's see. He does vary between two forms of being like this very undead looking lich with these branches growing out of him to just a normal kind of human form. His eyes do glow red rather permanently. Like if he falls into shadow, his eyes still burn, kind of like he has two coals in his eyes.
Just grabbing some of the chat suggestions.
He is weirdly persuasive. By the time he's already started talking, it's already too late.
Mm.
The man who stole the world.
Who knows?
I'm just gonna hide my face and put just grabbing suggestions from chat and putting stuff up so people have an idea of where we're at.
I mean, a good line would be, yeah, like if he opens up his mouth. I don't know if that's the first line, but.
Well, Lauren made a suggestion for an opening line. By the time he started talking, it's already too late.
Yeah, but I feel like that might be the second line. I don't know. Maybe. Because I feel like you're going to see him first, right? So what does he look like? What do you see before he opens his mouth? Like maybe it's a warning to stay. Like if you see him.
Oh, the mischief is in his eyes for sure, in his eyebrows. I mean, like, this is a character who now also looks like me, so I feel like somewhat like that's already the warning sign.
Yeah, if he looks like Todd Kendrick, just run.
Yeah, if you look,
we'll
we'll get a super meta.
Yeah. I like, yeah, if he's in the shadows, you just see those two red eyes or something.
He's 6'5". You do cast a long shadow.
Sometimes the suggestions come quickly and they're kind of hard to grab.
They won't give up today. I've literally gotten 8 calls from Scam Likely today. 8! That must be a new record.
That sucks.
Every time I look down at my phone, it says Scam Likely. We made Scam Likely a supervillain in Dick and Johnson, the show Dick and Johnson that we had on Geek and Sundry. Scam Likely was one of our villains.
More fun stuff. Lots of suggestions coming in.
I mean, I wonder if like it's somebody who's looking for Avron, so the first line could be something like, I am looking for this man. And then starts describing him.
I feel like, certainly there's people looking for him, but like I think he's almost the boogeyman in some ways.
Okay. Yeah, I like what Catch 23 just wrote.
Yep. Let me just dump that up at the top.
Whoa, there are a lot of suggestions.
Yep.
There's some very hard opinions.
Well, they probably had a lot of experience of Avron.
On multiple platforms?
Yeah.
Mischief in his eyes, the thief who stole the world, progenitor alive. By the time he's finished talking, it's already far too late. Take a single coin, rearrange your fate. Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of changing keys around but I'm digging it.
It's getting a little bit of a guitar mini the moocher. It's getting kind of old school. In a good way.
What's that?
Oh, it's just got a nice creepy vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, him rearranging people's fate for sure. Like because he's seen anything, he's done everything and seen everything. He kind of sees how everything plays out, and he may have reset time a few times, so he's already kind of manipulating events.
That's the
Makes
TVA,
sense.
man. Got to deal with that TVA.
Yeah. It was such a weird experience watching that show.
Okay, I think I've got a melody there. Progenitor, right? Is that how you say it? Progenitor?
Progenitor, yeah.
Yeah. Progenitor lies. Yeah. I'm just making it creepy, man. Sometimes you just gotta make it creepy, you know what I mean?
By the time he started talking, it's already too late. It feels more like a chorus to me.
Could be. I guess it just depends on where we take the boy who tricked the devil. He's the boy in the shadows, worship in his eyes, the thief who stole the world, progenitor of lies. By the time he started talking, it's already far too late to take a single coin, rearrange your fate. boy who tricked the devil. He's the man who became a god. Yeah, but by the time he started talking, it's already far too late. You know, something. I mean, if you want to throw that in the chorus, we can, and then we'll just change something else. He'll take a single coin, rearrange your fate. He's the boy who tricked the devil.
It's getting sufficiently epic.
What's that?
It's getting sufficiently epic.
Okay, good. Oh, I thought you said insufficiently epic.
No.
Oh, gosh, you don't try harder. All right.
That was
Wow.
bold.
Well, when we had Jerry on here after we finished, if you go back and look at the VOD, Dylan, right when we finished the song with Jerry, he was like, "Yeah, that's all right. That's pretty good." I mean, I think
Yeah, it was a very restrained response, even though
I think he
like,
was just
loved
being
it.
Jerry, but you
Yeah.
know what I mean. It was like, all right. Hey, Amber. Let me just put those chords down so I don't forget them.
And here I was just adding to the chorus, thinking that was the chorus now.
That is the chorus. He's the boy who tricked the devil.
No, I added more lines, but actually, you know what we could do is because we have the by the time he started talking, it's already far too late. We can have another one later that's like by the time you see him smiling, it's already far too late, and just kind of twist it further as a like another sort of like pre-chorus almost.
It's the we need a rhyme here because devil and God were just kind of saying those things, so we kind of need it's through trickery it's humanity you know what I mean?
Oh, you want to run the last two instead of the A-B.
Yeah, I mean we're making it different. We're going different here, but you know. Mischief in his eye, even stole the world, progenitor of life. By the time he started talking, it's already far too late. He'll take a single coin, rearrange your fate. He's the boy who tricked the devil. He's the man who became a god. It's the na 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 na. Yeah, I think that's kind of how we tag that out. It's through and then it's like we modulate back and forth between A minor and B minor, which is just something for me to remember, but I think it's cool because it sort of gives it two different, it makes it feel disjointed, which I think is a good thing. I think it makes it creepier, you know? Mm-hmm. Where if we kept the whole thing in the same key, so we're actually going back and forth, which I think is pretty cool.
So we're going something different. I'm just going to remove that.
All right. It'd be great to actually have 3 rhymes here. So it'd be like da 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 day, da 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 day, da 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 day. I mean, what you had. I mean, we could work on what was there.
It was assuming that you were going A B A B, and so it kind of. I don't know that it really works if you're gonna do A B and then C C C.
Well,
Words and trickery are his tools. All humanity, his fools.
Yeah.
ooh, I like. Oh wait. Okay. Oh, words and trickery his tools, all humanity his fools. Da 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 da. Yeah, that works. And it maybe it doesn't need to be maybe the last one doesn't need to be an ool rhyme, but
He likes making pacts with people, like warlock pacts.
That's
him.
the best. It's an
Yeah.
investment in somebody else's power. And when they've got a whole bunch of it, you're like, all right, thanks.
Yeah, cash them in.
are you the warlock? Are
Huh?
you the
No, he's the patron.
are you the patron in that?
He's the patron
in that?
now.
Patron?
Yeah,
Okay.
he upgraded.
That's very good.
Make a joke about following the rules if we want to rhyme that again. Or breaking the rules.
That could work.
Subverting the rules.
Words and trickery is tools, all humanity is fools. We could rhyme with God or devil. That could work too.
Words and trickery is tools, all humanity.
The boy who tricked the devil is the man who became a god. Words and trickery his tools, all humanity is fools. I could feel that. It could either be an ooh rhyme or an ah rhyme. But yeah, I do kind of like when people are coming up with the rules. I think rules is a good.
It just seems like the best word to.
Yeah, like he always changes the rules, or
Pray he does not change them any further. Yeah.
pray I do not change the deal further.
One of the best moments ever. That's a good lesson in corporate lifestyle too.
Yeah, totally. Like as like a 10-year-old watching that, I was like, what?
Yeah.
All the parents are like,
Wait, you
"Oh."
can lie?
Yeah, I know. Well, I learned that the hard way the first time I played D&D because my DM was my cousin and he was brutal to me.
Oh,
we
yeah.
had all this fun time creating my character, and then the first thing that happened is I'm in the town and the first NPC I meet is like, "Give me your sword." And
Yep.
the second NPC is like, "Give me your money." And then I'm like, naked with no sword or money.
Yeah.
And that's the game. And I'm like, "Oh, this is
Similar experience. Like, you don't have to do these things.
But I'm kind of glad that he did that, though, because it made me very quickly learn the game. And it taught me a lesson in attachment.
Okay, so what are we rhyming?
Words and trickery his tools, all humanity his fool. Pray, just pray, it won't change the rules. I don't know, because we're not.
Bow down before he who rules.
What's that?
Could be rules, as in he rules over.
Oh, right over here. Oh, that kind of rules.
Yeah, another ools.
Or just ooh is fine.
Yeah.
Do you know about Rhyme Zone, Todd?
Oh, I don't.
Rhymezone.com. It is the songwriter's friend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'll
And
send
you
you the
can
link,
find
Todd.
near rhymes. See, we've got jewels. We've got mules. We've got molecules. I mean, we got all sorts of stuff. Schools,
Spherules, whirlpools.
schools. But then, you can do near rhymes and sort of find stuff that would, ghouls. I mean, stuff that'll fit, stools, pustules, spools, just stuff that, like, will still work for a song.
I mean, he's definitely a friend to devils and ghouls. Or ghosts and ghouls.
What if it's
I mean,
demons
like he's
and ghouls? Since we already said devil.
yeah.
And best friends to demons and ghouls. I mean, it's kind of funny, but it's also kind of appropriate. I don't know, because we are making like a spooky song. So
Yeah.
if we mention demons and ghouls, that's not a bad thing.
Well, and he has protected undead characters before from his fellow heroes, who he felt should be protected, and did again send demon children. He summoned lesser demons, and they turned out to be like demon children that he put in costumes, and they like handed out pamphlets.
Oh wow!
It was a very weird episode.
Sounds like Paris. Last time I was there were demon children handing me pamphlets everywhere I went.
Okay, all right, yeah.
And best friend, demons and I mean, it could be a placeholder line, or it could totally work. And best friends with demons and ghouls.
It could also be if this song is about him, then it's kind of like, so watch out,
I feel like it's definitely a cautionary tale.
beware.
It's a cautionary tale for sure.
Beware the something.
And fools, so beware. So beware, don't become his ghoul. I mean, it's possible. Oh, beware.
Beware making deals with ghouls.
You know what? Green Paradox, I like that. So beware of breaking his rules. It's a little bit more general, and so it sounds better, I think, for a chorus. Let me try to sing that. So it's like, he's the boy who tricked the devil. He's the man who became and trickery his tools, all humanity his fools. So beware of breaking his rules. That sounds pretty strong to me. But feel free to veto. We could always leave it there for now and then beat it later if we feel like, you know, or that could be like a tag that we change. You know, like when we end the song, it could be like, you know, and best friends with demons and ghouls, so beware of breaking his rules. That actually might be more sense. We could actually do that now if we wanted. Cause
yeah, there's the threat in there.
Yeah.
Like he does hang with the unsavory crowd.
Dylan, keep that. So it's like humanity is fools and best friends with demons and ghouls. So beware of breaking his rules. I mean, keep it. Like that's going to be the main chorus. I think. It's double. I mean, why not? You know.
Oh, I see. Okay. For some reason, I thought you were going to be replacing the
last line. If it feels boring, we can change it later. But you know.
I am fascinated by this entire process. If I am too quiet, it is because
no,
it just kind of manifests.
Well, here's the thing,
I'm
right?
enthralled.
Like we have 2 hours. We have got 2 hours to write this song, and what it does is it forces you to make decisions, right? And sometimes we can leave things up there, and then 20 minutes from now we will be inspired and we'll beat it, you know. But if you put it in, keep it in place at least. Like I think we've got the verse and chorus down. I don't know if we need a bridge or not, but so it's like let me sing what we have so far just to kind of like give us a vibe of where we're going. Let me just put these chords there. Creeping in the shadow, mischief in his eyes, the thief who stole the world, progenitor of a lie. By the time he started talking, it's already far too late. He'll take a single coin, rearrange your fate. He's the boy who tricked the devil. He's the man who became a god. Words and trickery his tools, all humanity his fools, and best friends with demons and ghouls. So beware of breaking his rules. You know, back to the second verse. It feels pretty good. I don't mind doubling that thing at the end, do you?
I'm not sure.
Okay, all right.
That's kind of where I'm at with it. I was just kind of listening to it, and it does feel a little long, but maybe we just do that slightly one line longer one for the last one kind of thing.
Yeah, we can absolutely do that too. So we just do we just wrap it up with and best friends with demons and ghouls, and we keep the so beware from breaking his rules later, or do we keep so beware of breaking his rules first?
I was thinking later, but I mean, we should probably
Well,
just
it
write the
makes
rest of the
more
song and
sense
see what makes the most sense.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll just put that down for later, and we'll go back to the verse.
Yeah, I'll just put that there for later on.
Okay.
So what we really need is more lines.
That's right.
All right, Todd, what other cool shit has he done? You make a line about bullying Sean's character in there.
Yeah.
That was a good play, though. Just like hanging out in your bag of holding.
Though I was pretty impressed with myself on that one.
It'd be fun to use some of this line again. So if we're replacing these, I'm just going to highlight them so the chat can see what I'm talking about while I'm talking through it. Oh, and it should also show lyrics while I'm doing that. If this is what we're replacing for sure, and we were talking about having smiling, you know, by the time, instead of he started, you see him smiling, it's already far too late. And then something else to do with fate.
Okay.
You know, replacing this part. Double Lauren points out that Abram always needs the last word, so the last line should be "Beware of breaking his rules."
That's fair. Yeah, well, another moment was I was playing in a Darkened Wish, and there was this giant primordial god that was making its way to destroy all of Faerun, and I rolled like a natural 20 on Persuasion to talk smack to it. He's like, "You're not that impressive. I don't know if you're gonna do so well."
Yeah.
Like I said something like that, and he's like, "Roll for it," and it literally started coming after me instead of going through the portal. like it was so angry.
Oh man, vicious mockery is the best.
It wasn't even vicious mockery. It was just me. Just being me. It was fantastic.
That's awesome.
I love vicious mockery as a spell so much. I
Yeah,
always
it's a great
try to
spell.
get it on characters that aren't bards, just so I can use it. Because there's just something amazing about killing somebody with an insult.
Yeah.
Like you just burn them so badly that they're like, yeah, they just cease. That's it. They're gone.
No, that's something about Dune I quite liked. Like my name has become a killing word, the 1980s version of Dune.
Oh yeah. Wadib. Wadib.
My name is a killing
With
word.
the weirding modules instead of the weirding.
That were just like slapped in there.
Yeah.
Into that movie.
There's definitely one of those things where, like, as a fan of the books, you're just like, where did that come from?
But it's cool, and that's the confusing thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, oh, okay.
I've come to bargain.
Darmu, I've come to bargain.
I mean, they said he's not evil, he's a trickster, but
Yeah, he's not pure evil. He actually kind
Yeah.
of believes, weirdly enough, that like he believes in the good of like in just about anything. He also, however, doesn't really mess around with people who think we need to be goody two shoes all the time. Like he will do the greater evil for the greater good.
I'm gonna start digging through some of the other lines that we have.
There
here.
have been a lot of clone Avrins, that's for sure, and have been variations of him in different multiverses. But yeah, he's a fan of cloning himself. I don't think talking about the fact that he cloned himself and made a hot dog stand really fits.
Would he take
mean,
control of reality
Rick
and
has-
prune off all the branches to make sure that there's only one timeline,
Oh, he likes the chaos.
So
He doesn't
that-
want one.
so that he doesn't have to deal with more aspects of himself?
is he like Rick?
I don't know if you finished Loki, but he is probably less Loki and more he who remains in terms of mentality.
Yeah. Old and tired and just like, I don't want to deal with more of me, please. And they're like, joke's on you. We want to deal with lots of you. It's like, okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, next. Yeah, here come more movies.
Good luck with that. Yeah.
Bold. Yeah. So like being able to like taunt the primordial. He talks his way out of a lot of things. He can be quite inspiring. And he's made lots of warlock packs. And brought his warlocks together to be in fights and stuff like that.
We could talk about that a little bit, like, gathering his power from every corner of the realms.
Well, I mean, the next part we want to replace is this creeping in the shadows, mischief in his eyes. Thief who stole the world, progenitor of lies, which is a great set of lines from, I want to say, Catch-23. Yep, Catch-23. The chaos which he's drawn.
Oh no.
See, there's another good line. Catch-23, you're going to write the whole song today. If you've come to bargain, he'll listen to your plea. A pact for life or power, but nothing comes for free.
I like that.
Damn.
That's another way we get these songs done in 2 hours. With the incredible audience participation.
That's good, because then I'll just...
If you've come to bargain, listen to your plea. A pact for life or power, but nothing comes for free.
Catch-23 says they're mostly compiling other people's lines. I mean, we all draw inspiration from each other. Like, most of our songs are very much comprised of, like, taking bits and pieces from all the suggestions and tweaking it and iterating and iterating and iterating and iterating. Like, yeah. Always a team effort. By the time you see him smiling, it's already far too late. Take care in how you wager with your fate.
Well, it's always a team effort, and it's wonderful that Oboe Lauren can join the team today for the first time.
Yeah, yeah.
Welcome
Thanks.
to the show.
Yeah,
Lauren.
yeah. It's the first show for Lauren. Pretty excited to have her here.
Oh, is she not normally in chat for this?
No, she
Oh,
always
that's
is.
the
Oh yeah, I was
She's
gonna
always-
say.
yeah.
I was gonna say. I'm like,
That's just my ongoing joke that I like to repeat because
Yeah.
I'm not a comedian.
There was, pre C&E, Lauren usually had something else going on during the show and would often
but
like,
she would
stop by
still
briefly.
be in for like an hour or two.
Yeah. All right, I got to do this other thing, and then would disappear. Probably to go on one of your shows, actually, Todd. Now that I think about it, it was probably to do Todd Talks. Yeah. Lauren's the only person I know with more clones than Avron, says her quirk.
Yeah, really. Lauren is like literally plugged into the internet, like,
Yeah.
She is the one. She is Neo.
After all this time, we're going
I
back
mean,
to Matrix.
Shakespeare is in the public domain, a most mechanical and dirty hand. I always like that line.
Alrighty, I think this might be a better iteration of this. Although the first part's a little bit too...
It's the same. It's too
similar to the first one, yeah.
But you could say by the time you see him smiling, he's taken full control. By the time that he starts smiling, he's taken full control.
I can see why you like this show so much, Dylan.
The ship who sings.
I think we need a few more syllables in the second line, though.
It feels right to me.
I mean,
By
you're
the
the singer.
time you see him smiling, he's taking full control. Take care in how you wager with your soul. Yeah, because I mean, I can shorten it. It's cool. How you wager. But we could make it longer, you know, like what Hercwork is saying. Take care in how you wager, for you will lose your soul. Take care in how you wager. Don't lose your soul. But I kind of like with your soul. I kind of dig it.
Yeah, I think doing it a little bit different. I mean, I was just mostly just worried about whether or not it sang well. So if
Yeah.
it works, it works.
I mean, a lot of times, like in my songs, when I have more than 2 hours to write them, or I'm writing with others, I
Yeah.
take the second verse, you know, and really change up the rhythm and the melody even, because the music is the same. So you're as a listener, you're familiar with what's happening. You know, you're back into the verse. So it's fun to change it up.
Oh, don't jeopardize your soul. Don't jeopardize your soul.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. How you wager, don't jeopardize your soul.
I'm thinking to myself, like, how the hell do you spell jeopardize?
Todd, that was a sweet accidental like camera shot. So the camera for a second focused on your candles, and then
Oh,
it slowly morphed and then focused back on you, like
Yeah.
like a strange horror film actually. So this is working.
Yeah. Now all you need is a chair that can lean all the way back, so that when you start on the stream, you're just like, yeah,
yep. I knew the full Darth Vader chair.
just.
God, is there something creepy to say at the end of the song where it's like, "Oh, we were just kidding. No, I'm sure he doesn't exist," or something like.
Sure. Yeah.
I feel like there needs to be something about mirror images / clones / aspects, something that speaks to, you know, the Avron you know and the Avron you don't kind of thing.
Coffeenia, every time I see your name, I want coffee.
Yeah.
You know what this song reminds me of is the movie Wishmaster,
1 second.
the first one.
I never saw it.
So it, like, obviously it was the start of a really hit and miss, mostly miss,
Yeah.
gory horror franchise focused around a malicious djinn. And it opens with like somebody in Persia a millennia ago being like, "I wish to see wonders," and just like the djinn's like, "All right," and just like makes horrible, horrific things happen everywhere. Like this one dude,
Oh no.
skeleton literally,
Right.
literally tears out of him. But the actor who played the lead, who played the djinn, what's his name? I have to look him up. He was awesome, and just his expression and delivery the entire time, and just like his general creepiness, was so perfect. Because it's like it was a Wes Craven franchise. What's the actor's name?
Yeah, Avron's known for using mirror image quite a bit, which he enjoys.
Andrew Divoff.
Does a lot. Definitely has a lot of clones, like a surplus of clones.
I grew up in rural Virginia, and there was this haunted bridge near our house called Bunny Man Bridge.
Oh man.
They made some movies called The Bunny Man.
Hey,
It's like
first
a
of all,
guy-
bunnies are creepy as hell.
guy in a bunny suit killing people, but there was a guy in Virginia who like was called the Bunny Man,
No.
who killed somebody or something.
Damn it!
1800s. Sorry, well, we're talking about creepy stuff. And
No,
then I
no,
just
bunny-
saw the
bunnies
little
are
bunny
creepy.
bees.
Bunnies are
And then
super
it's
creepy.
I've always loved the legend of Sleepy Hollow as well because I always.
But then there was this other place called Crybaby Bridge, and the legend was if you drove your car under the bridge, honked 3 times, he would hear a baby crying.
No.
No, no, no.
Nope.
Look, we were bored. We were in the woods of Virginia. There wasn't a whole lot of things to do. So if you heard a legend, you're like, let's drive out and find the legend.
Yeah, let's go do that immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I just now realized my entire high school years was all like the plot of a horror movie. I just didn't get killed.
Right.
But just nothing happened. Like the killer didn't see us or something.
I don't know. Maybe it's just taking his time. He didn't say their name enough times in a mirror or something.
Yeah, like we're
it was
supposed
an
to
off
honk
day.
4 times. But we only honked 3. Dang it.
So when I was growing up, one of my closest friends lived in a house that was very, very old for this part of the world. It was like a 120-year-old house in a part of the world where people have only been here for like 120 years. Sorry, when colonizers have only been here for 120 years. It's more fair since, indigenous people, 17,000 years or so. But anyways, this house is old, and it used to basically be at the end of the line as far as like the Canadian railway goes. Like there's a railway that goes across Canada that was like took forever to build and killed a bazillion people to be made. And then there was like the strip of railway line that went up and down Vancouver Island, and this house was near the end of it. And like he's descended from people who were the ones that helped build that railway. And so this house has been in this family for a long time. The previous owner before them, before his parents' generation purchased it, it included this lady who had hung herself on the apple tree outside the kitchen window. Yeah, and she was the last owner before his family, and they had one of those like 80-year-old like painted on oil canvas portraits of this woman in this like beautiful frame above their fireplace of this house. And like it was always kind of unsettling to look at, but that house was haunted as hell. Like you'd know that you were the only one there with like me and my buddy. Like we'd be the only ones there, were sitting downstairs watching TV, and you just hear footsteps walking around upstairs. You go up there, all the lights are on or all the lights are off, and that's not how you've left it. And just constant like weird kind of like sort of creepy stuff. And then when they eventually sold the house, when the new owners went in, they opened the door and like they reached out afterwards like, oh, like did you wreck the painting? Because when the new owners took possession and they went in, the painting that had been sitting above the fireplace for decades was on the floor, destroyed. Anyways, they demolished that house. There's a school there now, but
Oh, great. So all the children are being haunted instead.
yeah, well, gotta get used to it at some point. Anyways, ghosts are sweet, unless they're not. Happy Halloween.
Now that they've made those Harrington, are they called Harringtons?
Harringen.
Harringen?
Harringen.
Now we can
yeah.
all
Harringon.
be creepy bunny people. In D&D. Harringen.
Oh, I like this bit, cute little kitty. I don't know if it fits for the song, but I'm taking that suggestion. No, you're not seeing
now
double. He's mirroring the fun. Twice the tricks for half the trouble. It just might be time to run. Then Lauren had a line about if you move against him, you'll be resigned alone, and if his plans do fail,
I mean,
he'll
I
have
that could be a
another
great bridge.
Which one?
If you move against him, move against him, reassign, you'll be resigned alone. If you move against him, you'll be resigned alone. And if his plans do fail, he'll have another clone. Honestly, I think we could use one or the other. It might make the song too long if we used both of those for the bridge.
What do we think? Option 1 or option 2? I think, you know what? I think tonally it's the first one because the second one is more fun and the song is more creepy than fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a great suggestion, but
Geez, I'm like scared of him now.
You know,
no one's more scared than Sean.
Well, no. What I was going to say was sometimes the people that are the people we're most afraid of are the ones in the mirror. Right? That's like a tagline from some '80s horror movie.
Mm-hmm. Poor Sean.
I just remember after he's like, Avery's a dick.
I didn't shoot him.
But class-wise, what is Averin usually?
He's usually been Warlock.
Yeah.
Oh, playing Warlock is so fun. I love playing Warlock.
He because he stole that magic, and that was kind of the idea. Is like he grew up in a very primordial part of the world, the first world, and there wasn't like any books for learning that were readily available for learning wizard spells, and he didn't want to worship a god and blah blah. But this was he ran a scam on the devil to get magic.
Catch-23 asks, could Averin be a warlock of a different Averin? Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, he actually technically is. Like, he made a deal with his future self. Kind of like how Raceland in Dragonlance makes a deal with Fist and Dantalus. It's something very similar where you're like, okay, well, let's make a bet. I bet I'm still around in like 2,000 years, so I'll try to make a pact with my
I think
future
it's more
self.
like Bill and Ted's.
Raceland's such a good character. Oh man.
Yeah.
When people used to ask me like what D&D adjacent character did I most want in our game, I'm like, oh, Raceland Majir, but I'm like, but it'll never happen.
Yeah.
But that would be sweet.
Yeah. Raceland. I played as Raceland through all the modules in the 90s.
Especially especially the like after he's lost his power and he's just like gold skinned and like he has to pretend like he's still powerful. The best version. I mean, you know, godlike power is great, but when he doesn't have it but still acts like it, it's even better.
He's still got the ego.
Yeah. And every time he sees Dalamar, and Dalamar's like, because he's like still bleeding from the holes in his chest.
Yeah, I still don't. But I hate Dalamar. He had it coming.
Yeah, so good.
This is looking pretty good.
Well, it's just it's 2:17 by my clock, and like we look really close to done, which is kind of weirding me out.
I know this may be. Well, we've written them faster than this, though.
True.
Not usually though, but I don't know. Should I give it a shot?
Yeah, let's hear it. I will quietening myself.
Yeah, and if I get it right, then that'll be it. But it's been so long, I'll play it again at the end maybe. But here we go. Creeping in the shadow, mischief in his eye, the thief who stole the world, progenitor of a lie. By the time he started talking, it's already far too late. He'll take a single coin, rearrange your fate. He's the boy who tricked the devil. He's the man who became a god. Words and trickery his tools, all humanity his fools, and best friends with demons and ghouls. If you've come to bargain, he'll listen to your plea. Act for life or power, but nothing comes for free. By the time you see him smiling, he's taking full control. Take care in how you wager, don't jeopardize your soul. He's the boy who tricked the devil. He's the man who became a god. Words and trickery, his tools, all humanity, his fools and best friends with demons and ghouls. If you move against him, oh, you'll be resigned alone. And if his plans do fail, he'll have another clone. He's the boy who tricked the devil. He's the man who became a god. Words and trickery, his tools, all humanity, his fools and best friends with demons and ghouls. So beware of breaking his rules. I don't know, what do you think? That feels pretty good.
Just waiting for Todd to react.
Not like not saying
No, it's amazing. I'm genuinely stunned. It's very surreal to like have a character that you've had since you're 8 and then have a song get made out of them. It's very weird.
That's fun. You know,
I never get used to
we
that.
love doing that because we've done that now with quite a few people, and it's super fun to like see people's reactions when this happens. But I mean, you know, you're participating as well, so
Yeah, it's just a lot. It's cool.
cool. Yeah. This is
All right,
great.
now the disco version.
Right. It is solid. Vampire 337.
I tentatively named it "The Boy Who Tricked the Devil," but is there
I think
another
that's the
that we want?
name.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, if Jerry was here, he'd say, "Yeah, it's pretty good."
It's all right. There is no Averin in the song at all.
No, but it's
There-
about him. So I mean,
Yeah.
we know it doesn't always. I mean, we never say Strahd in Strahd's song, so there you go.
There you go.
It's true, and that was one of our best ones
You're in the
ever.
Company of Strahd. Hold on, I'm fixing my trackball for 1 second.
No worries.
Weird. I accidentally cut myself off. I'll come back on.
It's all good. It's all good. Todd and I could talk about movies. So,
Yeah, we should.
half our office hated The Green Knight, and half of the office who saw it liked it.
All right, I'm definitely. I didn't hate it, but I'm definitely in the category of. Okay, what the hell were they thinking? Half the time.
Yeah, it seemed cinematography was fantastic, acting was fantastic. A lot of weird missteps that were unnecessary.
Casting was
Dual
really good.
casting people was like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, the dual casting thing was just like, why? Like, there was never an explanation, so it's just sort of like, okay.
I get that his mom is Morgan Le Fay, and of course that tracks with everything that King Arthur says. But I think they got a little far afield of some stuff, but unnecessarily weird. Visually, like, again, just remarkable, and I was like along for the ride the whole time.
Yep.
But I was expecting a little bit more finesse, I think, at the end.
I was expecting it to come together in a more profound way than what we actually got to
Yes.
experience.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Especially having known the myth.
Right.
I kind of missed the end, and then the whole point of that myth is that he does do the right thing. I don't know. Like I almost felt like they left off 10 minutes of the film that should have been there in some weird way.
That could be the case. I mean, that ending, the way everything played out, did very much feel to me like, wow, they could have done this 100 different ways with footage they have, with B-roll that they have, with other things. I'm like, is this the original version that they'd always intended to make? And I don't know that it was, because I remember reading an interview with the director talking about how, because the COVID pandemic started affecting filming almost right as they began, they changed a bunch of their shooting schedule and they shot stuff that wasn't in the script. Like the introduction where Dev Patel is sitting there and then just lights on fire. Like none of that stuff was originally supposed to be a part of the film. So I think it totally warped around their experience of shooting during the pandemic.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. Loki had a similar issue. They had a completely different ending. Then they're just like, oh, let's just lean heavily into He Who Remains, since we can't really afford to have these giant fight scenes anymore during a pandemic. So they cut this
effects. Yeah,
it was gonna be a fight with like basically.
I mean, if you
everyone.
watch it, Jonathan Majors and like relative to the rest of the cast, like I'm pretty sure they're all mostly 6 feet apart for the entire scene.
Yeah, no, they are. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that is clearly a pandemic last episode. But it worked out because they could rely on someone's acting. But it is weird for a show called Loki to be almost exclusively about one other character at the end. It didn't necessarily.
It's a very Marvel thing to do these days, though. But like, don't forget to set up the other thing. Yeah.
The Lighthouse was freaky. That was I just saw Over the Garden Wall. I had never seen that series. I loved it. Just oh my god, episode 2 is like the most amazing thing if you haven't seen it.
I don't think I have. I have to look this up.
Over the Garden Wall it was a delight. It's a perfect Halloween show to watch, cartoon.
Okay.
On Hulu.
I was planning on rewatching.
What's that new Netflix creepy show like Mass something or?
Oh, Midnight Mass, right?
Midnight Mass.
Yeah, I need to watch that. Well, I feel so bad. We got the song done so early.
No, it's great because it's October, and sometimes, like, I think it was last week or the week before where we didn't even have a chance to do any requests at all or hear anything else because
that's true. We
finished.
There's been a few where we were right up to the wire.
We finished close to the end of the episode, and so like we have a little bit of freedom here. As soon as you mentioned the Strahd song, I'm like, I haven't heard that in a while. I want to hear that, but I am certain that people in chat would like to hear some other things. So.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen Night Books. I do need to see Night Books as well.
I don't watch a lot of stuff anymore. I don't have time.
You have a kid.
Yeah, and the older they get, the more they want from you. It's not a complaint, but it's just like, oh, it's a lot sometimes.
What's your favorite devil movie?
Devil movie? Movie with a devil in it? Oh man,
The Devil and Max Devlin. I'm just kidding.
No.
Starring Jason Robards.
Angel Heart's up there.
Ooh.
That was a good one with Mickey Rourke back when he had a face, and and Robert De Niro and a number of other people in it. That one was great. A surprising fan of Devil's Advocate with Keanu. Not for his performance, but because I just liked the way the movie played out. It was just kind of fun.
But and Pacino's having such a good time.
He looked like he was having fun just chewing the scenery for the whole thing.
Yeah, like that's like because Keanu Reeves' performance is a little weird in there, and the writing is really dated and kind of sad. I mean, he's playing a lawyer, but he is like clearly a terrible human being, like out of the gate. So it's hard to root for him. So you're having more fun with watching the devil get this guy.
Yeah. Favorite of all time, Tim Curry as the Darkness in Legend.
Yeah.
What was that devil movie with like Brandon Fraser?
Bewitched, not Bewitched.
Bedeviled or something?
No, maybe it was Bewitched. The one where it was Elizabeth Hurley playing the devil?
Right, yeah, but it wasn't called Bewitched.
No, it was something like that.
Bedazzled.
Yeah, Bedazzled is still hilarious.
Yeah, it's entertaining. End of Days. End of Days. Didn't care
End of
for that
Days.
one.
I don't remember anything of End of Days. Other than
Wasn't
thinking,
great.
You're
There's another
weird.
one-
Like Arnold Schwarzenegger is weirdly buff for a guy who drinks too much.
Yeah. Well, he just puts all his food in the blender in that opening scene and then chugs it down, and you're just like, good lord.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess I'll do it. Yeah.
Big fan of Dave Grohl as the devil and Tenacious D in The Pick of Destiny.
Yeah.
And also in, associated things, playing the devil in it.
Yeah.
That was fun.
The Legend, the original Legend.
Yep, Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tim
so
Curry
good.
knocked it out of the park.
I love the documentary where he's like, I don't know if I could do this. This sounds ridiculous. Like all this, like so skeptical. And then he's like, first time in the makeup, he's just like staring at himself in the mirror, just loving. He's like, this is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
I look magnificent.
That production was nuts.
Yeah. And, as far as films that are different with the director's cut versus the original theatrical cut, wow, those two are different.
Two different soundtracks.
Yeah. Do you want Tangerine Dream or do you want Jerry Goldsmith? Do you want all close-up shots or all wide shots? Like,
very, very different films.
Yeah. Oh,
those pillars that are in that evil chamber end up in Blade Runner. As the outside set dressing.
About that, but yeah.
I always noticed that stuff as a kid. It kind of drove me up the wall.
The part that I can't unsee is that it's crushed pop caps for the chainmail. They're the scale mail that Tom Cruise is wearing in Legend.
Oh really? Oh no!
They're just bottle caps that have been pounded flat and painted. And so, like, sometimes you can kind of see that there's a bit of an edge around the outside edge of it.
Oh, that's funny.
The little divots. Yeah, that's funny.
It's there's a weird thing they did for Blade Runner because they couldn't do structural damage to that because it's a famous building in Los Angeles, I believe, where they have it like flooded where the final fight ends up being.
Mm-hmm.
So they have all the debris and dirt and junk that's everywhere is actually cork, so it absorbs all the water very quickly. So everything, all the debris and junk that you see on the floor and stuff is just cork, and so they can like push the cork around and absorb all the water before it does permanent damage to the floors.
Huh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
but yep, weird stuff.
I'll have to go back and see that.
Yeah.
Look for that.
Anyway, yeah, we should probably perform something else.
Okay.
And then we should, before the end of the episode, perform that song again for people who are just coming in now.
Yeah, and thank you everyone from chat for such great suggestions, and thank you to both of you, by the way. That this is like a once in a lifetime experience, so I appreciate it.
Oh, it's fun.
Episode 50, baby.
50.
You're here for the big one.
50
Ready for another 50 more?
50 more. 50 more.
50 more.
E100, kill us, please.
Think we'll get 50, we'll get 50 more, Dylan?
What's that?
Think we'll get 50 more?
I think if people keep showing up to watch it and we keep having fun making it, that we'll just keep going.
I feel like they do.
That is, yeah. This isn't, Norm Macdonald getting fired for SNL because he makes too many OJ jokes and one of the producers hates him. We just do this until we feel like stopping.
Although I would venture to say if we made too many OJ jokes, I feel like we would get fired too.
I feel like our audience is old enough that they'd actually know and understand the jokes, though. Like, if it was a young audience, I'd be worried. They'd be like, "Who's OJ? Are they talking about juice?"
Unfortunately, none of our producers are friends with OJ, so
Oh, is that what it was? They were friends with OJ?
I think there was like some connection.
Yeah, Norm Macdonald was told not to make so many OJ Simpson jokes.
Yeah,
on Weekend Update for SNL because one of the producers was close friends with OJ, and rather than that, he made more, and then he eventually got fired. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, don't tell Norm Macdonald not to do something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's like, "Wow, that's a button. Sweet, I'll push that."
Yeah.
Over and over again.
Yeah.
He's just got one of those faces. He's like,
Plus,
okay.
As good as his jokes were for that, and they were good. I remember watching those. My favorite one was still Tim Meadows playing OJ, showing up at like an NFL broadcast to take over, and he's like drawing on the screen. He's like, "They should do this," and he's drawing a play out, and he's spelling out, "I did it."
Yeah.
Oh my God.
God, I laughed hard at that.
Kenan Thompson as OJ when they do the old the Jurassic Park. When they do all those things like, here is the old tapes of auditions for auditions for major movies, and it's like it's OJ auditioning for Jurassic Park, going like, "Yep. Feels great to be me, OJ, in 1995. Things are looking good." Real bad. Anyway, all right.
God.
Now we made too many OJ jokes and we just got ourselves fired. So
Yep, that's how it goes.
let's play a song. All right.
Yeah. We want to play.
We just meta ourselves into a corner. Let's do a song about
Strad von Zarvich.
Strad von Zarvich. Here we go.
Yeah.
blind to ever think that you could be the one for me. Now I see, now I see. Take the life, drain the blood, seal the pact, drink the blood. I will take your fate into my hands and fulfill my destiny. Soon you'll see, soon you'll see. With the dying of the light, it will be my time to rise. I'll be waiting for you till the stars don't shine. In this misty shrouded land, on the tower I will stand. Eternity is just a drop of time. Cursed by love, cursed by you, bound to yearn for a heart untrue. I'm the darkness in your soul, I am the land beneath your feet. Come to me, come to me. With the dying of the light, it will be my time to rise. I'll be waiting for you till the stars don't shine. In this misty shrouded land, on the tower I will stand. Eternity is just a drop of time, drop of time, drop of time. All the wars and killing wheels walk down my soul. You'll be mine, you'll be mine. We will reign among the dead and both be whole. With the dying of the light, it will be my time to rise. I'll be waiting for you till the stars don't shine. In this misty shrouded land, on the tower I will stand. Eternity is just a drop of time, drop of time.
I think that still might be my favorite one. I was just saying.
That's
in chat.
fantastic.
It's a good one. Yeah, that and I love, I just when I was recording that one for the game too, I just sort of had a vibe in mind, and it didn't take me long to find the right guitar sounds I was looking for, and I had this other melody going on, and then with the backing vocals I was like, oh, this kind of has a Duran Duran feel to the backing vocals, but it has more of like a sort of like 90s goth vibe to the main track. So it was like, oh, this is like if Duran Duran went really goth, that's what this song would sound like, recording wise anyway.
Yeah.
And that was really fun to with all of these, to jump into the studio and then flesh them all out, physically playing the instruments that I hear that are playing in my head when we write them, if that makes sense.
And I just remember when you were sending the mixes of Volume 1 as you were sending them to me, and just like, I think you sent this one last, and I was like, I'd reached the point, I'm like, where is it? Like, this is the one I'm waiting to hear.
I waited because I knew how good it was going to be.
Yeah. Oh man. And
Well,
so
everyone in chat's been saying Dance Macabre, so we got to do
Dance
that one.
Macabre.
Yeah.
Okay,
There's a lot of
And
that.
it makes sense for since it's
about skeletons.
it's
and
Halloween month, everyone.
I love Halloween month.
It is the best of months. I still can't believe I made Aaron Evans do an interview on Idle Insights while I had a skull mask on and a green background so that I was a flame skull, and she was talking to me while I was a flame skull. And I was just like, in retrospect, I'm like, that was actually kind of mean. Like, all right, this is how we're ready to do the interview. Cool. I'm like, put on a mask and I'm a flame skull.
Oh my
fire
God.
going. It was the best, worst costume I've ever done.
I love flaming skulls.
Yeah. I was pretending to be the skull from Curse of Monkey Island.
Perfect.
Yeah. Anyways,
I'm just kind of. We haven't played this one in a while, so I'm trying to remember it. Is that kind of the rhythm?
Once I had a heart, a
Once
liver,
I
and a
had
brain.
a heart.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's yeah.
Or was it faster? On my own sword. Now this is what remains. Raised Bob died. Sorry, I have to keep
Raised
like
up
500
by
songs
dark
in my head. all the time.
magic. Then my
I think
flesh
that's
was
it.
shed. Yep. That's totally it.
Cool.
All right.
Once I had a heart, a liver and a brain. Fell on my own sword. Now this is what remains. Raised up by dark magic, then my flesh was shed. Now I serve my master as animated dead. Every new adventurer is fodder once they're floored, walking back to add to our decor. They bring us everything we need inside their worthless hides. From within their flesh a new soldier shall arise. Welcome to the dance macabre, the eternal skeletal mob, rattling our bones to necromantic tones. Put on your widest grin and become a skeleton dance macabre. I have no tongue with which to speak, no sinews guide my hand. I still march in step to my dark master's command. I no longer love or hate, all my feelings left behind. I'll fight until I fall apart, final peace I cannot find. Clerics try to turn me, but I just walk away. Once their prayers are over, too many become my prey. When we reach the city walls, no mortal life will last. Leave your organs where you fall, your pleasures in the past. Welcome to the dance macabre, the eternal skeletal mob, rattling our bones to necromantic tones. Put on your widest grin and become a skeleton. Dance macabre, dance macabre, dance macabre, dance macabre. Please don't misconstrue, we've got a bone to pick with you. There's no going home, no, as a skeleton you roam. Welcome to the dance macabre, the eternal skeletal mob, rattling our bones to necromantic tones. Put on your widest grin and become a skeleton. Dance macabre. I think that's how I remember it.
That's amazing.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the creepy. Creepy makes me happy.
I mean, the best creepy one we've done is probably the Demogorgon song,
That one's pretty creepy.
because it straight up starts off as a lullaby and just gets more epic and creepy as it goes on.
Let's do that one.
Fantastic.
Sweet. Where is that? I don't remember what episode number that was.
It was episode 38.
Ah, yeah, there we go. With their baleful
But
gaze.
don't act like don't even give the impression that I've memorized that or something. I chanced upon it.
When you chance upon a Gorgon? Yeah.
Here we go. Hold on. I need
Oh,
a cough drop for this one.
fair enough. I like that I wrote in the phonetic spelling for Amul and Hethradya in the lyrics.
It's very helpful, believe me.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. Hush, little children, and lay down your head while we tell you a story of unending dread about a creature of fire, a creature at war, a prince among demons, sinister to the core. Listen close to my words now as you snuggle in tight of this two-headed monster who devours the night. Amul longs to break free, inflicting horror and pain, and Hethradya seeks nothing but destruction to reign. When their gazes turn upon you, it brings madness. There is nothing that can save you from their malice. Demogorgon with their baleful gaze will devour the world at the end of days. Demogorgon, the sibilant beast, our whole multiverse shall be their feast. Demogorgon, prince of the abyss. Demogorgon, deep within the pits. Discarded, forgotten, and left for dead, the imprisoned one grew as the evil spread. When the night comes upon you at the end of the day, keep your eyes shut tight, don't you dare disobey. When the gazes turn upon you, it's too late. There is nothing that can save you from their fate. Demogorgon with their baleful gaze will devour the world at the end of days. Demogorgon, the sibilant beast, our whole multiverse shall be their feast. Demogorgon at war with the Hound. Demogorgon at war with the Sound. Demogorgon, prince of the abyss. Demogorgon, returning nothing else. Hush, little children, and lay down your head while we tell you a story of unending dread. Yes.
Now that I think about it, I just love the idea that you're telling your kid bedtime stories about the Demogorgon consuming everything at the end of days.
Yeah.
So good.
Pretty Ragnarocky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When people say it reminds them of Bruce Dickinson, I am complimented like you cannot believe. So thank you very much for saying that.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that was a deliberate kind of direction we were going in. Was like Fear of the Dark.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like Fear of the Dark, but we're not ripping off Fear of the Dark. We're just inspired by it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get a kick out of every once in a while. I don't know why or how I got sucked into this weird fad / craze, but like people who do like vocal reaction videos and stuff, like listening to songs for the first time. Because I always get a kick out of like a piece of music that I really like, seeing somebody hear it for the first time. And I just remember distinctly watching somebody who's like an operatically trained singer who's basically never heard heavy metal music and like gets a lot of stuff recommended to them. And like the first time they heard Bruce Dickinson sing, and they're like, holy shit. And I'm like, yeah, like, heavy metal's heavy metal, but like a lot of these vocalists can really belt out some music. Like they're just incredible. Yeah.
I do like reaction videos to anything, actually. I'm pretty addicted.
Yeah, that, whenever I feel like I need to be uplifted, I'll watch the reaction either to the last episode of The Mandalorian last season or the last Avengers film in the theater, and then I'll just feel better because I'm like, yeah, that was sweet.
Yeah, I brought this up before. Like, they should really have reaction audio on films.
Oh, like
those are big event films. I wish they had recorded audio.
Yeah, just have like when they release the Blu-ray or whatever, it comes out on Disney Plus, and it's just like one of the audio tracks is watching it with the theater.
Yeah, like I would have watched all of Endgame with theater audio.
Yeah,
easily.
Yeah. Although I don't know how much of it you would have heard, because like hearing on your left wasn't super loud.
Well, they can mix it.
Yeah.
The wonders of technology. Yeah.
Somebody's recommending the Charismatic Voice. Charismatic Voice is one I've watched. Yeah. I think my favorite one was watching them react to Floor Jansen from Nightwish for the first time, because Floor can sing. And Nightwish has been through a lot of vocalists. So, anyways.
Well,
I think we have time for one more. I think the only way we can end this is with Averin.
I mean, that feels appropriate. That feels on brand.
We just wrote it. I would say if I screwed this one up, though, clip the other one, but maybe I'll do this one better. So,
I think the other one was great.
If only I knew the person in charge of clips.
Yeah, it's usually me, but Lauren beat me to it last time for that War Duke song. She's just like, no, War Duke song's already online. I've already clipped it. I was like, wow, I just finished the show. Okay. But yeah, The Boy Who Tricked the Devil. Let's do it.
Well, Barefoot Monkey, here's the thing. We've written 50 songs, right? So if we had Too Late and Your Fate in 2 out of 50 songs, and mainly with lots of subjects about creepiness, I think we're doing okay. I know Robert Smith, when he from The Cure, he actually has a list of words that he can't use. He edits himself. He's like, here are all the words I don't want to use because I've used them too much over my career. But maybe we might need to start doing that soon, Dylan.
Yeah, like just a short list of words we can't use. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a number of good ones that we've used more than once.
But I mean, Too Late and Your Fate, Yeah.
Late Fate. I mean, yeah. I mean, we try to go ominous or epic a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Anyhow.
All right, here we go. Creeping in the shadow, mischief in his eye, the thief who stole the world, progenitor of lies. By the time he started talking, it's already far too late. He'll take a single coin and rearrange your fate. Here's the boy All humanity is fools and best friends with demons and ghouls. If you come to bargain, he'll listen to your plea. A pact of life for power, nothing comes for free. By the time you see him smiling, he's taking full control. Take care in how you wager, don't jeopardize your soul. He's the boy who tricked the devil. He's the man who became a god. Words and trickery his tools. All humanity is fools and best friends with demons and ghouls. If you move against him, you'll be resigned alone. And if his plans do fail, he'll have another clone. He's the boy who tricked the devil. He's the man who became a god. Words and trickery his tools. All humanity is fools and best friends with demons and ghouls. So beware of breaking his rules.
That's amazing.
Good one.
I like that one. I think I like that one more because Todd smiled more during the while listening to it for the first time.
Because you're kind of just in shock, so you don't know what's. It's just a weird. It's a weird experience. I cannot
That's
describe
awesome.
it. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, that actually brings us to the end of the show.
All right.
Thanks everybody for tuning in this week. Shout out to Martin, who has been our moderator, and thanks Todd, Jason, both of you for taking time out of your days to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you,
great.
Chad. Thank you, Jason Charles Miller. That was uncommonly kind. I appreciate it.
No problem, man.
Thanks for
Can't wait
having
to
me
see
on.
you in person sometime soon.
Yeah.
Maybe Gary, maybe at the hotel lobby restaurant at GaryCon again.
Maybe one day.
Not that far away, honestly. It's only
Yeah,
like
it's pretty soon.
5 months away or something at this point. Maybe 6, but still.
Everything feels both further away and closer at the same
Yes.
time
Wow.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, or IdleCon.
Yeah.
The Champ Con.
Con. Yeah. Avron Con.
Avron Con.
Yeah. Anyways, Todd, is there anything you want to plug?
No. I mean, tonight I'm I'm DMing a bunch of wonderful people, including my wife Megan Kenrick, who plays, of course, Avron's wife Sophias. She is playing her main character Whittle the gnome, who needs a song desperately. But it's Heroes of the Plains, and it's a really fun game. And it's 2 hours, and they are dealing with Asmodeus right now, and things are going oh so well.
Wow.
So I'm sure
Excellent.
nothing bad will happen.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And Jason?
Tomorrow night I'll be back on my channel, Jason Charles Miller, for my request show at 7 o'clock Pacific. And then here's a link to my channel right there. And then Sunday at 1 will be another episode of the Gax Pack where I'm the DM. I get to be DM to B Dave, which is, you might seem fun, but it's actually super frustrating because he knows every rule. Every time I think I got him, he gets me back. But yeah, B Dave, Adriosa, Eliza Pearl, Eric Campbell, and Vivka, and Abria Iyengar is our frequent special guest who will be back soon too. So, yeah, that's
Cool.
what I got going on this week.
Fantastic.
Twitchverse.
Awesome.
If you do live in the Los Angeles area, though, I'm playing October 22nd.
Oh, live. What is live music? I mean,
I
I'd
don't
love
know.
to go
It
to
was
that.
great. I played Wasteland Weekend. I think it was last weekend. I don't know. Was it? Yeah, it was about 10 days ago. And it was my first show back with a full band in like a year and a half. Outdoor. Everybody had to be vaxxed, so we felt pretty safe about doing it.
Oh man,
Very cool.
that sounds great.
Yeah.
I'd love to go see a live music. A live music. Some live music.
Oh, live music. Yeah.
Living music, please.
That's my favorite music.
Yeah.
Live music.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. Appreciate it. We'll catch you tomorrow. I think the first show tomorrow morning is Champions of Lore. Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. Yeah, Champions of Lore with B Dave and Aaron M. Evans and Triavor. So tune in then. Otherwise, have a great week, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.